Lady, Steeler Nation, back with another video, and a little bit of a, you can call ridiculous if you want, depending on how you feel about this. But Deshon Eliott, the NFL has fined Deshon Eliott $5.8 thousand, and and this just continues to get even more pathetic. They fined him or fine him $5.8 thousand for wearing a black towel during the Vikings game. I, I'm at a loss for words for that fine because that just sounds so fucking stupid. That literally, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of things that the NFL has fined people for stupid reasons, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. This has to be one of the top 10, top 5 stupid reasons to fine a player. Because he wore a black towel. And in that, this is what they said. Dear, this is from the NFL. Dear Deshon, during the Minnesota Vikings Pittsburgh Steelers game on September 28, 2025, you were in violation of the NFL uniform/equipment rules. Specifically, you wore a unapproved black towel. Rule 5, Section 4, Article 6, Item 5 of the NFL, or of the official playing rules of the National Football League, states that towels provided they are white only licensed towels approved by the league office for use on the playing field. And Elliott's response was no surprise at all. Count your fucking days. Y'all worried about the wrong things. Let's fix things that actually mean something towards the NFLPA. And I don't blame him. I'm glad he's not afraid to speak out against shit like this. I'm glad he's not afraid to. Because there are so many players that are so rule bent that they wouldn't stick up for themselves if it meant farting. In fact, I'm pretty sure if you farted next to a NFL official, you'll get fined probably 20 grand, $15,000 for farting. I mean, honestly, it's that easy to. It is really that easy to make fun of the NFL and their rules. Sorry if the quality's terrible. But, yeah. This is just getting too stupid. It is just too stupid. I mean, I could come on here and raise my voice on how pathetic the NFL is. I'm not going to do that. He gets fined $5.8 thousand for wearing a black towel. I mean, it doesn't get more ridiculous than this. It really does not. And these types of rules stem back, if which I know some of y'all will remember this. I wouldn't. Um, Sean Taylor. He wore tape on his face mask and it was considered to be against NFL equipment rules. Well, he did it again. Um, I don't understand how and why it's against rules to have your own towel. What's that towel going to do? What really? What is it going to do? Is it going to run out on the field and say, "Hey, I'm ready to play football"? Like, what is this sport becoming? It is honestly the most pathetic sport, or is becoming the most pathetic sport of all time. Hey, no, you wore a black towel on the field when it's not even the freaking in the rules that you can do that. What? What? You're gonna tell me that because he wore a black towel, he gets fined? He gets fined $5,800. I mean, Grant, that doesn't hurt him at all. I mean, he's stupid rich, but for a for a towel, I oh that is so dumb. And that goes for anybody else that does it. That wears a different colored towel or anything like that. It's honestly the most stupid. This is the most stupid rule I've seen in a long time. It's like watching a teacher say that a kid can't play with a toy because it wasn't his, even though he asked permission from his friend to play with it, and it gets taken away from him. It's honestly like that. I mean, I hate sitting here and comparing these freaking rules now to children's rules, but that's what this is becoming. It's becoming a children's rule game. When you got 20, 25-year old, 28, 30-year old men, 40-year olds even, out here hitting each other, and there are other things you could be worrying about, but you're sitting here and making a rule because somebody had their own customized towel, or it just looked like a regular towel, like he got it like from some sports website or something and bought it. This shit is so pathetic. It is actually laughable. It is very laughable in today's day and age of football because you can't even wear a black towel. I, I'm I, I'm I'm just speechless. I am actually speechless right now. That has got to be the most stupid, the most pathetic crap that I've ever heard out of a company. A black towel? Are you kidding me? That's your big font. So a black towel that a player wears because they didn't get permission from you, because it's not your towel, he automatically gets fined $5,800. Now, like I said, it's nothing to him to pay that, but still, it's so it's hard to come up with anything to say about the NFL anymore, man. It honestly is. I've never in my life heard of something so pathetic. I mean, and it's like even with football or college football, if you do this, which I believe this was during the Penn State UCLA game, he took the football and what it was supposed to be, I believe it was like a Hadouken. Um, he went like that. Well, it went over. I guess hit one of the um camera people, and he got called for unsportsmanlike conduct. Football is so dead, dude. It ain't even fun for players to play football anymore because of the rule. You can't sit there and celebrate your own touchdown. You can't celebrate your own touchdown. You can't. It's pathetic. It is actually pathetic. Oh, well, there's so. Oh, I can't wait to go and celebrate. You could literally just do a basic dance and get freaking flagged. This is 2017 all over again, where a player would dance and get an unsportsmanlike conduct called on them. It's because they celebrated their own touchdown. I mean, shit. It's like it. It's like how freaking looking at it now, fucking Bad Bunny gonna be at the halftime show, which I don't care. I won't understand a word that he says. No disrespect, but I won't. I just don't care. I'd much rather see a band like Metallica play, but that'll never happen in today's day and age because too many people are too liberated towards these new artists that get international feel to it. But some people seem to think that Metallica wouldn't have a crowd going. And I will simply sit there and say to those people, you obviously haven't watched Metallica. And if you would know, or if you did watch Metallica, especially today, you would know that they actually have pretty damn good crowds, and they still blow up bigger than ever for Metallica. Sure, they're older. I mean, they're almost, what, 60s? Or that in their 60s? Ozzy was in his 70s. 70s, 8, yeah, in his 70s. And he performed at the Rams opening game, halftime, and the crowd loved him. But if you go back and look at this past Super Bowl with Kendrick Lamar, there was no reaction. There was absolutely no reaction. So I don't know what kind of Super Bowl y'all are watching, but nobody is buying into these half Super Bowl halftime shows anymore. And honestly, I'm sorry if the camera focus is going in and out. I need to get that fixed. Um, honestly, nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit about the halftime show anymore because it's a joke. Yeah, people will probably maybe pop for a Bad Bunny, but when you got people that honestly say that they would rather see Taylor Swift than Bad Bunny, then you know it's bad. Because I guarantee those people don't even listen to Taylor. That's how desperate people are now just to get a good halftime show. And I know they're trying to um, spread out to a wider audience all around the world. Um, I know that he is Puerto Rican. And um, I'm not. It was a while back, but I did listen to his songs. I don't really care for him. I listened to it a couple times, but then I was like, nah, no. But I would much rather see Metallica. That's just me. That's just me. And if because here's the thing, it's in what? It's in San Francisco this year, I think. Yeah, the return to San Francisco for the Super Bowl, and you have a chance. Wait, is it San Francisco? Yeah, I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but um that would have been a huge thing for the NFL if they would have had um the the band Metallica come in, and I love Metallica. I love Metallica. I just don't see any interest in these new singers. I've never liked Taylor Swift. I could care less about Bad Bunny. I really don't care for Kendrick. For the Super Bowl this year. I mean, it's so wonky now. It's just like they just see the most popular artist or somewhat most popular artist, and it's like, yeah, we want you for the halftime show. No, no love towards old bands, which people for some reason have the brain of a fucking mushroom, and or of a some people have the brain of a rock, and think that Metallica wouldn't have that stadium ready to sit there and enjoy some old music. That's that's just me again, and this ain't going. If you like are saying, "Hey, I disagree. I think it could be good." I 100% support that. I'm just keep in mind this is going out towards the people that just automatically are celebrate this kind of stuff like it's a religious holiday. Me, I grew up around my dad made sure I grew up around rock, which is Leonard Skinner, Motley Crue, um let's see, Leonard Skinner, Motley Crue, Metallica, um, Skid Row, Poison, Ozzy Osbourne. Who else could I put in there? Who else could I put in there? Nirvana, Pink Floyd. I mean, you name it. My mom and or my parents had me listen to it. My mom was more so country, but if anything, ooh, Megadeth. Um, that would be a good one. Um, hell, you could even have freaking Avenged Sevenfold, but they probably wouldn't do it because they're independent songs. But I don't know. They probably would. They probably wouldn't. I don't have the answer to that. But what I do know is people are tired, man. They're tired of this mainstream rap and stuff or hip hop. I don't care what you gotta call it. This camera focus is pissing me off. Um, but yeah, uh, I just don't see the big appeal to these artists. I mean, I really don't know what they're even talking about. I don't have a clue what they're saying, and that's no disrespect. I just don't know. I, he could play a couple of his songs. I'm not going to know what he's talking about. I mean, I'm just not one of those. Oh, what do you call? I had to look this up. I had to look this up one day because I got absolutely fucking confused about what this was. And I was like, what the hell is a Gen Z and Gen X? And my aunt told me, says, look it up. You'll be surprised what it actually means. And I looked it up. Gen Z is my generation, which is more adaptive to change, and Gen X is the older generation, which has trouble accepting change. I was like, I was sitting there, I was like, is that all that is? That's what has everybody going back and forth at each other's throats for so long? Because their difference in opinion? Honestly, at that point, it doesn't surprise me about anything that people don't like on each side. I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. I don't. I go on, I live my life, I go out here, I make my own money. I work hard. That's what I do. I mean, I do yard work, which is mowing lawns, for about $30, and I won't be able to do it again until next year, which is right around the corner. But again, I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. That's sort of why I kind of stay away from that sort of topic, but since it was up in the air there, I just pointed that out. But again, I mean, you guys know I don't talk about that kind of stuff. Um, I'm just a huge Metallica fan. That's me. I grew up, like I said, I grew up around that. Um, and I'm I do listen to rap and hip hop, but it depends on which one you are asking me, because I mainly listen, if it's in hip hop, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be Tom McDonald. But that's just me. I can listen to also anime rap, all that, Internet City, uh, Daddy Fat Snaps, uh, Rustage, all those guys. I do listen to them because I do find them enjoyable. But yeah, those are the type of music that I like. I like independent artists, depending on what you're trying to be independent about, is the biggest thing. But yeah, that that'll be the end of this video. I did not expect to make a 26-minute video, but hey, here we are. But hope y'all enjoy. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the fine that the NFL gave Deshon Eliott. Do you think it's valid? Do you think it's bullshit? Let me know. And again, if you like the video, subscribe, and you'll get every notification when it hits. I go live for games, um, mostly Steeler games, which we're on a bye week, is why I'm not making a video today. Well, not making a live video today. Let's put it that way. I just pulled a stupid on myself. But yeah, thank you all for watching the video. Hope you enjoy, and let me know your thoughts on this. Like I said, do you think it's valid, or do you think it's hogwash bullshit? But have a blessed day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.